Welcome to solverfy, the place where learning becomes simple. If you're struggling with homework, assignment, or doubt in subjects, don't worry, you are in the right place.
Okay, so reactions occur as a result of collisions between particles. So, because that's the case, rates then depend on the concentration of the reactants. So, the way that you can kind of think about this is, let's say you have two containers that have an equal volume. So, we'll call this container 1, and we'll call this container 2. And let's ignore the fact that they look slightly different, but they're going to be the same volume. So let's say in container 1, you have some X's, and in container 2, you also have some X's, and these X's are going to react with O's. Let's just draw these in a 1-to-1 ratio. And so our overall reaction is, let's say we have X plus O, and these are going to come together to form a square, right? So in container 1, you can see that in the same volume, there is a much higher concentration of X's and O's. So the way you can kind of think about this is, as these particles are going to move around in this container, because there's a greater concentration, there's going to be a greater number of collisions. And so every time an X comes across an O, it's going to form a square. And so because there's a higher concentration in one, we're going to have a greater concentration of our products or squares forming versus 2, we're going to have less. And the way that you can kind of rationalize this as well and really see how this is applied is if you look at the rate equation. So we have our expression up here. This is our overall imaginary reaction. So the rate then is going to be equal to the negative change in concentration of X over time, which is also going to be equal to the negative concentration or change in concentration of O over time, which is going to be equal to our increase in square over time. And as you can see from this rate, I'll do this in green, you can see that the rate is actually correlated to concentrations. So you can see that because of this correlation, the greater the concentration, the greater the rate will be.